So this is our bit of scion wood that we cut before, and we're going to find a place to match it up on the rootstock. And I reckon this one here, we might sort of come up a wee way. We want about a similar diameter, so I think somewhere around about there. So I'll chop him off there square, and I'll clear out some of these other ones to give us a bit of room to move. Clear those out. We're going somewhere up around there, so it doesn't need to be exact. Ideally you want your scion wood to be maybe slightly smaller than your rootstock. That's pretty close there, and we'll trim him down a wee bit as well. So take a bit off there. You can leave these a little bit longer so they've got a few kind of buds to grow away from. Now we'll get out our sharp. So this is a Victorinox knife, sharp as a scalpel. You can get them from Mitre 10. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a nice straight cut along here. So cutting away from you for safety. So you make a nice straight, excuse the shaking hands. And then we make another cut about 80% of the way up, straight down. And you lock your two thumbs in together to stop the knife from coming back on you. And you can just ease it in there. And just work it down. So now we've got a nice sort of gap there. So we'll put him aside and we'll do exactly the same up on this one, on the rootstock one now. So we'll just put him aside up there. No, we'll put him down on the ground briefly. So we're going to do exactly the same thing. We're going to do a nice cut, so you might want to come around from this side. Nice straight cut up there. And again, about 80% of the way up, just lock your thumbs in and work it down nice and slowly. And the idea here is to get this nice green cambium layer matching up on both the rootstock and the scion wood. So we'll get our scion wood again, and with a bit of luck the two should just slot in together and it should hold. So get a bit of force here and it holds there. So it doesn't need to be exact, close enough is good enough. Then with our tape that we should have taken off first, this is our budding tape. It's clear tape, non-adhesive, and we start at the bottom and we're rolling it off the back of the roll, and we're pulling to get a bit of pressure, and go all the way up over our joint, and then come back down again, and you go up and down 2 or 3 times. And that just broke, so we'll just start again. At the bottom. The purpose of this is to exclude all the air so it doesn't dry out, keeps it sterile, gives it the best chance of joining up together. So we'll go up and down one more time. and then we'll pull it nice and tight and it will break off. Now I do a little bit extra here. I don't know if it's really necessary, but I use a bit of electrical tape and go around it again. That stops the clear tape from unwinding, and you can get a bit of extra pressure on the union by pulling it tight, and it gives it a bit more rigidity. It's not going to break off on the wind, or if possums climb up on it, it'll give it a bit more strength. And the last thing I do is, with some of this seal and heal stuff, just put a dab on the very top of the scion, so that stops that from drying out, and then around our tape here, so that should stop any rain from getting it, excess unwanted moisture from getting inside. And finally, we can have a look at this one here that I did last year. So I did this pretty much exactly 12 months ago. So this is actually an apricot graft onto a plum tree. So we'll cut off, we should be able to actually unwind the insulation tape. Here we go. Unwind the insulation tape, and then with our knife, just one clean cut down, should cut off all the budding tape. Peel that off. Might need a bit more of a cut. Still a wee bit more. There we go. So if you come around this side, you can actually see the rootstock wood there, and then the scion wood on the outside. You've got a nice V, and it's made quite a nice callus there. So that looks like that'll do quite well. Thank you.